Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a brand new M850i and that's been lent to us by Park Lane. If you want to watch your driving impressions, you can jump over to their YouTube channel and check those out. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to go around the car and look at the design from the exterior, interior, and also have a look at the engine bay. So starting from the front, the car is very aggressively designed. It's got the trademark icon lights now, which we first saw on the facelifted F90 M3 and F82 M4. The grills on this car, despite the controversy that's happening at the moment, are kind of at my personal limit of the size. They are quite big, but the car is a big car and I think it actually works. The front bumper is also very, very sporty. Now, bearing in mind this is not the M8, it could easily pass for an M8 because the styling is very aggressive and very sporty. This particular version also has carbon fiber accessories on the side here and on this air vent here. Moving around to the side of the car, it has 20-inch wheels, which look kind of right for the size of the car. Personally, I'd probably want to go for 21s like we've got on our F90, but as a stock car, I think it works really, really well. And these side vents were normally reserved for M cars, but they've started to put them on what we refer to as M lights. So this is not an M power car because it doesn't have the engine. It's referred to as an M850i, just like the M135i and the M140i. Also has carbon fiber wing mirrors. And as an overall look, most of the time when you take a coupe and it looks really good and you lose the roof to make it convertible, it starts looking a bit awkward. But even with the hood down and with the hood up, this car actually looks really good. I think it's probably one of BMW's better modern designs. My favorite part of the car, I will have to say, is the rear. I think they've absolutely nailed the design of this car. When it first came out, this vent here looked a bit awkward, but when you see the car in its entirety, I think it actually really lends itself really well. The rear lights from BMW have started to change now and they're more elongated. We saw that on the Z4. When I had the Z4, I did mention it looked like a mini 8 Series, which is no bad thing. One thing manufacturers have started doing now is not actually having real tailpipes. So although it's got two exhaust tailpipes there, they're quite small and it's surrounded by this trim around here. And you'll see from the driving video, but this car actually has a really good exhaust tone for a stock car. And this also has the PPF fitted, which is quite surprising because when we've seen a car without a PPF suddenly have a PPF like the F90 M5, the sound does change for the worse and you can't really hear it. But this car genuinely sounds like a V8. It's got that rumble on start up, revving, and when you put it in sport mode, it's got the overrun noise as well. So we had a look at the exhaust and the tips, so let's see what it sounds like. The interior of modern BMWs has improved vastly over the last couple of years, and this car is no exception. They really have stepped up their game in terms of the interior materials and design. They used to be really boring and functional, but now they're functional and actually really stylish at the same time. So I really like what they've done on the interior here. This is a ventilated seat, so it's got loads of these little holes, but this interior design in the inlet's really cool. It's got the M stripes just put into there. The steering wheel is the same as the F90 and the dash is actually the newer version of the LCD display they do at the moment. It's really clear, it's really funky, and if you notice, they're not using any kind of square or circular shapes inside the cabin. So even the sat nav is kind of a parallelogram, but it has extra sides, and that theme runs all the way through the car, on the vents, even on the glove box, the door handles, and even the button here that opens up this panel. The other thing I really like about the interior is the gear knob. This is probably the best gear knob I've ever seen in a car. It's really cool, and that 8 kind of feels like it lights up, and that theme is carried across to the start button and the iDrive controller. So this is slightly different to what we see in the F90. That's more contoured and it has different levels. This is all done in one flat area, but it's really easy to use. Moving on to the engine, this is the N63 engine, and this engine also forms the basis of the F10 M5 and the F90 M5 engine, the S63. So this is a 4.4 V8 twin turbo engine that produces 523 horsepower and 560 foot-pounds of torque. And coupled with the ZF gearbox and the four-wheel drive is enough to propel this car 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. Now that is really quick for a 2-ton car, considering the F90 M5 does it in around 3.2 seconds. So that's our quick walk around of the car. I am going to jump in it and go take it for a drive, but as I said earlier, that driving impressions video will be on the BMW Park Lane YouTube channel, so we'll put a link up to that so you can go check it out. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to watch more of our videos, you can watch them over here. If you want to watch what YouTube suggests that you might like from our videos, you can watch them over here. As always, if you haven't already, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. If you've got any questions for us, please drop them in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer them for you.